Dear everyone, we are going to learn about skill 2. It is about objects of prepositions. Strategi yang kedua yang dipakai dalam structure TOEFL test itu adalah tentang objects of prepositions. What is an object of prepositions? An object of prepositions is a noun, pronoun, gerund, noun phrase, or noun clause that comes after a prepositions such as in, at, on, by, of, and so on to form a prepositional phrase. First, it is about a noun after a prepositions. Yang pertama, preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh noun atau kata benda. For example, in March we have online classes. Di sini, in March bukan sebagai subjek karena dimulai dengan in as the preposition, March as the noun. So, in March as the object of prepositions, we as the subject, have as the verb, online classes as the objects. Next, in God we trust. In as the preposition, God as the noun. So, in God as the object of preposition, we as the subject, trust as the verb. Next, to Tom, celebrating his birthday is not important. To as the preposition, Tom as the noun. So, to Tom di sini adalah sebagai object of preposition. Celebrating his birthday as the subject is not as the verb. Next, number 2, a noun phrase after a prepositions. Yang kedua, preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh noun phrase atau frasa benda. Berikut ini adalah contohnya. He is one of the stars in his class. He as the subject, is as the verb, of as the preposition, the stars as the noun phrase, in as the preposition, his class as the noun phrase. So of the stars dan in his class di sini adalah sebagai object of preposition. The next example, after his exam, he will have a trip with his family. Di sini, after as the preposition, his exam as the noun phrase. So, after his exam adalah sebagai object of preposition. He as the subject, will have as the verb, a trip as the object, with as the preposition, his family as the noun phrase. So, with his family as the object of preposition. Next, behind the scenes, many people help the actors and actress in the film. Di sini, behind as the preposition, the scenes as the noun phrase, many people as the subject, help as the verb, the actors and actress as the object, in as the preposition, the film as the noun phrase. So, behind the scenes di sini adalah sebagai object of preposition. Kemudian, in the film adalah sebagai object of preposition. The third one, a pronoun after a preposition. Yang ketiga, preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh pronoun atau kata ganti. Yang dimaksudkan adalah an object pronoun seperti you, me, him, her, us, them, dan it. For example, for him, this homemade cake is made. For adalah sebagai preposisi, him as the object pronoun. So, for him adalah sebagai object of preposition. This homemade cake adalah sebagai subjeknya, is made as the verb. Next, to you, this package is sent by him. To as the preposition, you as the object pronoun. So, to you as the object of preposition, this package as the subject, is sent as the verb, by as the preposition, him as the pronoun. So, by him as the object of preposition. The fourth, a gerund or gerund phrase after a preposition. Yang keempat, preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh gerund atau gerund phrase. For example, by singing, he can reach his success. By as the preposition, singing as the gerund, he as the subject, can reach as the verb, his success as the objects. Di sini, by singing adalah sebagai object of preposition. Next, for doing my thesis, I need to observe many people. For as the preposition, doing my thesis as the gerund phrase, I as the subject, need as the verb, many people as the object. Di sini, for doing my thesis as the object of preposition. Next, the fifth, a noun clause after a preposition. Yang kelima, preposisi itu bisa diikuti oleh noun clause atau klausa benda. For example, we are responsible for what we have done. We as the subject, are as the verb, for as the preposition, what we have done as the noun clause. So, for what we have done di sini adalah sebagai object of preposition. Next, they are thinking of how they can reach their dreams. They as the subject, are thinking as the verb, of as the preposition, how they can reach their dreams di sini adalah sebagai noun clause, of how they can reach their dreams adalah sebagai object of preposition. Now, it is time to practice. What do you think is the answer? Kita lihat di sini. By 1870 adalah sebagai object of preposition. Kemudian over 30 nations adalah sebagai subjeknya. Kemudian postage stamps adalah sebagai objeknya. Jadi kita membutuhkan verb. Yang manakah dari pilihan jawabannya yang di sini yang merupakan verb? Yes, you are right. The only verb is be. Were issuing. Oke. Yang A, the issue, ini adalah noun bukan verb. Kemudian issuing tanpa to be di situ bukan verb. Kemudian the issued di sini adalah noun phrase. Oke. Jadi B is the best answer. Next, number 2, take a look at the questions and what do you think is the answer? Kita lihat di sini. In triathlon, the blah 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 bike and run. Di sini adalah sebagai object of preposition, kemudian ada the, dan di sini sudah ada verbnya. Oke, the di sini tentunya adalah sebagai subjek, dan the biasanya diikuti dengan noun. Nah, yang manakah jawabannya yang cocok? Apakah nounnya singular atau plural? Oke, karena di sini ada bike dan run yang merupakan verb untuk plural nouns. Jadi mestinya di sini jawabannya adalah athletes, memakai S. Oke, so the best answer is B. The athletes swim, bike, and run. Dan swim di sini adalah paralel dengan bike dan run. Oke. Kalau yang A itu ya, the athlete swims, mestinya berikutnya adalah bikes and runs. Begitu juga dengan yang D. The swimming athlete bikes and runs. Oke. So B is the best answer. Thank you for watching. I hope you can learn some from this.